everyone, welcome back. It's Michelle with Essential Advantages. This week I want to talk about intermittent fasting and the benefits that comes with it, along with the different types of intermittent fasting that you can do, the risks involved with intermittent fasting, and the reason why I choose to do intermittent fasting and how it works for me. So welcome. Let's get to it. One thing I do want to say to start out with is that I'm not a doctor, so if you are thinking of doing intermittent fasting, first, please check with your doctor. Make sure you get the go-ahead from him, because I don't know what your current conditions are, so I can't help you with that. So I'm actually sitting in my living room today because it is so windy outside, and the video just didn't take well with all that wind and the chimes and everything. And my hair was flying all over the place. So I am sitting in my living room filming this video. Anyway, let's get right to it. So, intermittent fasting. I love intermittent fasting. There's many benefits to intermittent fasting. One of the benefits is that you're taking in less calories every day, so it's better for losing weight. You're not eating as many calories, so calorie reduction, there you go. The next one is, I heard that it's good for anti-aging. The less calories you take in, I heard that it's better for your cells and creating a life of longevity. Don't quote me on it. I've read it. I have to find out. If I find out exactly where I read that from, I'll put that in the comments or in the section below. But I have read that from several sources. The next one is saving money on food, right? Food costs money. And there you go. You have extra money to spend on other things besides all the food that you normally buy, because you're taking in less calories, you're taking in less food. Another benefit is that you get to save some extra time, because when you eat, it takes time to eat. So you're taking extra time out of your day to do something else besides eating. I know it sounds corny, but it's true. It's another benefit. But the most important benefit that I see with intermittent fasting is reaching autophagy. And you might be thinking, Michelle, what in the world is autophagy? Well, it's one of the greatest things that you can do for your cells, let me tell you. So, autophagy is the body's way of cleaning out damaged cells in order to regenerate newer, healthier cells, right? Doesn't that sound refreshing? Auto means self, phagy means eat. So, the literal meaning of autophagy is self-eating. Just saying. So, doesn't this sound good so far? Yes? Who's with me on this? Right? So, the purpose of autophagy is to remove debris and self-regulate back to optimal smooth function. The main benefits of autophagy seem to come in the form of anti-aging principles. It is best known as the body's way of turning the clock back and creating younger cells. Thank you, I'm all for that. It also helps removing toxic proteins from the cells that are attributed to neurodegenerative diseases such as Parkinson's and Alzheimer's diseases. Provides energy and building blocks for cells that could still benefit from repair, reducing residual proteins, and on a larger scale, it prompts regeneration and healthy cells. I am all for that, people. Autophagy is receiving a lot of attention for the role it may play in preventing or treating cancer as well. So, the first type is to do a 24-hour fast. That's once or twice a week. Take a full day from, you can start in the morning, you can start at night right before you go to bed, depending on what hour is best for your situation. You know, you could start at like 7 o'clock at night after eating dinner, and then don't eat until the next day at 7 o'clock at night. Another type of fast is to do an alternate day fasting, which is every other day, so one day on and one day off. Some people do that. It's not as popular as just a 24-hour fast once or twice a week. Another one is called the warrior diet. That's fast during day and eat a huge meal at night. That's like one meal per day. And there's the 5-2 diet. That's fast 2 days a week, and then you eat the rest of the 5 days like you normally would. And then there's the 16-8 diet, and that's the one that I do. That's the one that works best for me. So, for example, you'll stop eating at about 7 at night. You'll be done with your dinner at 7, go to bed, get up the next day, and then you will not eat until about 11 o'clock. So, you'll have like a really late breakfast or a really early lunch, or make it like a one big brunch. It's kind of fun. That tends to work for me. Um, as to how I like to do it the most that way. I did try once doing like a 36-hour fast, which is not intermittent fasting, so you don't want to go that long. But I once tried doing a 36-hour fast just to see how it would work and how it would go for my body, and it was really hard. It was just really hard. I just was like so grumpy by the end of that 36 hours that I just gave in. I said, I'm not going to fast for this long. I'm just going to do the short intermittent fast, which works best for me. Make sure when you're fasting, though, that you do drink a lot of water. It's crucial to be hydrated. You do not want to dehydrate yourself. And some people like to also exercise while they're fasting. I've done that a couple times. Like in the mornings, I'll exercise and then I'll eat right after that. They say that when you do like high intensity interval training exercise while you're fast, that you burn more calories. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I've heard. And so I have tried that as well. It's a little bit hard to do in the beginning, but once you get used to it, it becomes normal. Even just the regular fasting without the exercising. When I started doing the intermittent 16-8 fasting, it was hard. When I first started doing the 16-8 fast, it was hard for me in the beginning because I was the type of person that would always have breakfast right away in the morning before I left for work. And so for me to commute to my job, I'm no longer at that job anymore, but for me to commute every morning without eating was really tough for me to do. And then even to just go to work, start working and not eating until about 11, that was hard in the beginning, but my body adjusted and now it's like no big deal. Now it's like sometimes when I get to 11 o'clock, I'm not even really that hungry right away anyway. So your body will adjust. So there are some risks in doing intermittent fasting. So it's not safe for some people, including children, pregnant women, people with chronic diseases, or also that are at risk for hypoglycemia. Also, for people that have eating disorders, it's not really a good idea to do intermittent fasting unless they're totally beyond that disorder and they no longer have it. But if they're struggling with that at the time, it's not a good idea. Intermittent fasting can also be associated with low energy, irritability, hunger, temperature sensitivity, and poor work and activity performance. Like I said in the beginning, when I first started doing it, I was kind of irritable. I felt like I had low energy. It just didn't feel really good. So, but my body did adjust. So that's my take on intermittent fasting. I think it's actually a great thing to do for your cells, for autophagy. It's great to save extra money on food and spend more time doing other things besides just eating. I take a long time when I eat. If you know me, I eat pretty slow. So not eating right away in the morning, it gives me time to do some other things. And yeah, it's less calories. So there you have it. So I do the 16-8 rule. It works best for me. That's my take on intermittent fasting. Do your research. There's a lot of education out there on intermittent fasting. I forgot to mention what I would like you to put in the comments below. If you are an intermittent faster, please comment which intermittent fasting type that you do. And also please comment the benefits that you have seen from doing this intermittent fasting. I'd greatly appreciate it, and so would the other viewers as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see some more future essential advantages every week, please make sure you subscribe. And until next week, live well. You're still there? Go. I'll see you next week. Bye.